In a quiet, peaceful village surrounded by golden fields and gentle hills, there lived a kind-hearted baker named Aarav. His little bakery was at the very end of a cobblestone street, with a small wooden sign that swung gently in the wind. The windows were always foggy with the warmth inside, and through the glass you could see shelves lined with soft honey cakes, crispy caramel tarts, sugar-dusted pastries, and tiny, colorful candies that sparkled like tiny stars. People in the village often said, "If you want a sweet smile and happiness in your heart, visit Aarav's bakery." But Aarav's secret was not just in his recipes. It was in his honesty and care. Every time he weighed sweets, he would always give a little extra. Even if it was a small gram, he smiled warmly and said, "Sweetness should grow, not shrink." Children ran to his shop after school, chattering excitedly, and even the poorest families could enjoy a treat without any hesitation. Aarav believed that sweets were not just for taste. They were for happiness, for kindness, for sharing love. On the other side of the village market, there was another baker named Veer. His shop was large, shiny, and full of bright glass jars. His counters gleamed and his cakes looked perfect. Veer often cheated with his scales, giving less than promised while charging more. When someone complained, he would laugh loudly and say, "A few grams don't matter. Business is profit, not kindness." One day, a wealthy nobleman came to the village. He was planning a grand festival for his son's birthday. The festival would have hundreds of guests, and he needed thousands of sweets. Veer saw this as a golden opportunity. "Sir, I can make the best sweets in the village, the grandest, most beautiful sweets," he boasted proudly. The nobleman hesitated. "I have heard of Aarav. His sweets are honest, pure, and full of care." Veer laughed harshly. "Honesty will not fill the guest's plate, sir. Show and quantity are all that matters." The nobleman, worried about time, agreed to let Veer try. Veer's bakery went into overdrive. He made sweets quickly, taking shortcuts. Bright golden pastries looked perfect from the outside, cakes glittered with edible decorations, and candies shone under the light. But inside, cheap flour and stale sugar replaced quality ingredients. Veer delivered the trays to the festival, confident of his success. When the festival began, guests tasted the sweets. At first they smiled politely, but soon frowns appeared. Whispers spread through the crowd. "These sweets, they taste strange. No sweetness, no warmth." The nobleman's heart sank. His grand celebration had been ruined by greed. He rushed to Veer's shop, furious. "You ruined my son's birthday. Never in my life will I forgive you." Desperate to save the festival, the nobleman turned to Aarav. "Can you help us? Can you make sweets for all the guests honestly this time?" Aarav bowed humbly. "I will do more than make sweets, sir. I will make them with care, love, and honesty for every guest." Aarav and his family worked tirelessly. They kneaded dough, stirred caramel, baked cakes, and shaped pastries with precision and care. The aroma of freshly baked sweets filled the village streets. Children peeked through the windows, noses pressed against the glass, eyes wide with excitement. Neighbors stopped by just to watch Aarav work, amazed at how much care he put into each sweet. When the guests finally tasted Aarav's sweets, smiles returned. Laughter filled the festival once more. Every bite was soft, sweet, and full of warmth. People forgot the disappointment of earlier sweets and only remembered the joy, the flavor, the kindness behind them. The nobleman embraced Aarav with tears in his eyes. "I asked for sweets, but you gave me respect and happiness. You saved our celebration." Word of Aarav's honesty spread far and wide. Villagers told their children, "A dishonest hand may earn money today, but it loses trust tomorrow. An honest heart may seem small, but it leaves a sweetness that never fades." Travelers passing through the village would buy Aarav's sweets, sharing not just the flavor, but the story of his honesty with everyone they met. Meanwhile, Veer's shop grew emptier each day. People no longer trusted him. His bright jars gathered dust, and his grand counters stood empty. His fame vanished, and his shortcuts brought him nothing but failure. Aarav's little bakery became a symbol of honesty and love. Its shelves were simple, but his name overflowed with blessings. When Aarav grew old, he taught his children one very important lesson. Anyone can make sweets, but not everyone can make trust. Protect it like sugar. Once it melts away, it cannot be brought back. Even long after Aarav was gone, the village remembered him, not just as a baker, but as a man whose hands always gave more than promised, whose heart was always honest, and whose sweets carried more than sugar. They carried goodness, love, and warmth. Moral: true sweetness in life comes from honesty and care. Wealth, shortcuts, or tricks may shine for a while, but only honesty leaves a lasting taste in people's hearts. Vocabulary from this story: baker, a person who makes and sells bread or sweets. Example: the baker made fresh bread every morning. Humble, simple, and kind, not proud. Example: Aarav was humble, but everyone loved him. Shortcut: an easier or faster way, often dishonest. Example: taking shortcuts in work can lead to mistakes. Tirelessly: working without stopping, with great effort. Example: she worked tirelessly to finish the project. Frown: to make a sad or displeased expression. Example: he frowned when he tasted the sour candy. Don't forget, friends, if you enjoyed this story and want more motivational tales, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new story from Moral Echo Tales.